Hi, my name is Dr. Peter Ely. I'm professor of mathematics education at Fayetteville State University and your keynote speaker today on this being graduation day. Congratulations, class of 2000 of Sandy Grove Middle School. I'm so happy for you, and I'm thinking the best things for you. As you notice in the background here, I have a moving background, and the reason my background is moving because this is representative of many of you, that you are on the move. Many of you have a bright future ahead of you, as bright as the lights that they are rolling behind me. And I just wanted to use this as an illustration to show you of where you're going. Not only just me wearing the academic garb, but I also want to be able to remind you so that you can see yourself in my place. Because almost 25 to 30 years ago, I sat exactly where you sat. And I sat in middle school wondering what I was going to do with my life. And now I've done this, and I'm encouraging you to do the same or even greater. So again, congratulations. So if you wouldn't mind, let me indulge you for a moment or two. Again, congratulations, Sandy Grove Middle, class of 2020. I'm so proud of you, and I'm so proud of what you're going to do as you move on to the high school level. A couple of things I want to remind you of, 7 things in particular to give you some to support along the way. These are some things to think about. As you notice, a young man here in the corner, he has his graduation cap and gown on. And if you notice, he's in the middle of a pandemic, in the middle of a riot. Like many of you, there's been rioting going on around you. There's also been a pandemic. We've been in quarantine, yet you persevered and you find yourself at this point of graduation. Again, this is not something to be taken lightly, but something that should be celebrated. So let me give you a couple of tips. Number 1, stand in integrity. Keep your voice about you. Your voice is the only thing that you have. Your integrity is all that you can control. You control if you tell the truth. You control if you lie. You control if you control the narrative all completely yourself. So one thing that's, to me, the most important thing you can do with all the academic success is to keep your voice. Your voice is all you have. Number 2, control your emotions. So many times we find ourselves in an emotional state. And when we're in an emotional state, what we have a tendency to do is to make bad decisions. Take the emotions out of your decisions. Look at things logically. And once you look at them, decide on the best plan of action for you or your family. This leaves you what? Blameless. You don't want to walk in blame. No blame. Number 3, be the peacemaker. Being the peacemaker means you're the influencer. Meaning that you bring peace to situations, that people like to see you coming because you're going to bring a word of encouragement. You're going to bring in something that's going to change the narrative. You're not running the trouble, but what you do is you subdue trouble. Trouble sees you and trouble gets scared. Why? Because you are the influence. People don't influence you. You influence them. You be the influence. You be the peacemaker. Next, I want you to speak life, faith. You don't see everything. But even in the things that you don't see, you have to have faith and vision to see that you too can be there one day. That's why I believe it was vitally important for me to put on my academic regalia, because I want you to see what a person like me, a country boy, like many of you all who grew up in the country, my town didn't even have a stoplight. Yet I sit here before you today, a proud American, a proud African-American man, a proud mathematician, and proud to be addressing you. So speak life. People like to be around people who are positive. Be optimistic about your future and where it's going to take you, and know that you put in the work to get there. Next, I want you to consider guard your thought life. How a man thinks, so is he. Continue to put yourself in good places. Give yourself a life of structure. Schedule things. Just don't do things just to be doing them. Have a purpose behind them. Because when you find yourself doing things just for the point of just doing them, what you find is that you have no aim. And when you don't have any aim, you do things just wondrously. Meaning that you just go forward, doing. Never getting to a point, or never making a goal, or understanding where you are or why you're doing what you're doing. Have a clear purpose in mind. Why am I doing what I'm doing? And now I understand that all my decisions and the goals that I make are based on that purpose. Have a purpose-driven life. Guard your thought life. Next thing I want to tell you is Be mindful of your company. What I mean by mix and match, sometimes you find yourself in a circle of people who are not trying to go anywhere or do anything. There's often said that birds of a feather flock together, and we find this to be true. But in particular, you want to make sure that you are at least the average of your circle. If you find that you're in a circle of people and you're the smartest, you need to find a new circle. You want to find a circle where people are there that you can support, but you also want people in that circle that that can support you in your matriculation through this academic process. Why? Because we all need somebody. There's sometimes I need to push somebody, and then there's times that somebody needs to push me. There's times we need to be stretched, and then there's times that we need to be able to be the stretcher on someone else. So please always be careful of your company you keep, because sometimes you don't have to be doing the wrong thing, but you might be in the company of somebody who is, and now you are part of that by association. So make sure you mix and match your surroundings. Put yourself in the company of good people, people who want to go places, people who want to do things, people who want to change the world just like you. Lastly, I want to leave you with this tidbit. Enjoy it. What do you mean enjoy it? Life is short, you all. Life is short. If you think about it, if you live 100 years and we look at eternity, I'm a math professor, I had to throw in one. If you live 100 years and we look at eternity, then what happens with eternity? At some point in time, you're going to find that as you look from eternity, as it goes forward and backward, that your 100 years really is very small when you look at the bigger picture of things. If you think as many years behind you as you can think as many years in front of you, how long is 100 years in that platform? And many of us may not even reach 100 years of age. So enjoy it. What do you mean? You do it because it brings you joy. Graduation, I know some of you have been disappointed because you didn't get to have the traditional graduation. But I'm here to tell you today that you should enjoy it. Why? Because it's something that brings you joy. You should do the academic studies that you do. Why? Because it's something that brings you joy. I know many of you have family pressures. Some of them want you to be doctors and lawyers and all these kind of things. And the truth of the matter is, the things that you're going to be successful at are the things that you want to do because they bring you joy. And you want to have joy in their life. If you're going to be working in a job for 25, 30, 40 years, let it be something that you're going to enjoy. I often tell my students that I don't work a day in my life. Why? Because I like to talk to people. I enjoy working with students, and it's fun to me. It's fun to be able to see students come from where they come from and be manifested into such a beautiful person and person and people in society, and to be able to help somebody else. It brings me great joy. It's my passion, and that's why I don't work a day in my life, and they just happen to pay me for it. So God bless you all. I wish you all the best. Sandy Grove Middle, I know you're going to do some great things. And in the future, I look forward to seeing you, many of you, maybe even at the halls of FSU as time goes on. God bless you all. Take care. Do well in high school. And remember, you want to what? Stand in integrity. Yes, you do. You want to control your emotions. Don't be blamed. You want to be a peacemaker. You want to be the influence. You want to speak life in faith. You want to guard your thought life. You want to have structure and purpose to what you do. You want to be mindful of your company, mix and match. You're not the best, but you're also not at the bottom of that curve. And lastly, you want to enjoy it. You want to do it because it brings you joy, and you're happy to get paid for it. And if you keep these things in mind, you will not work not one day in your life, but you'll live a life that's enjoyable, a life that's free, a life that's full of love. And despite whatever money may come, that money will come and find you because you enjoy what you're doing. You all take care, be good, and I look forward to hearing from you in the future. Thank you.